Good morning. This is Kathleen Griffin of the Board of Assessment Appeals. Today is Monday, March 29th at 9:02 a.m. These are the hearings in Conference Room 2. Yep, following up there, looks good. If you figure out whether I need to let it pass, I went back 4 is what I use all the time. So, okay, good morning, come on in. Have a seat over here. I'm Kathleen Griffin. I'm one of 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I am here this morning to hear your petition, and just want to let you know you are being recorded here on this telephone right there.
Awesome.
Let me actually pull this over a little bit. So, both of us. Okay, as long as the green light stays on. You can have a seat.
Do you want the door closed or open?
I think it's okay open.
I've had both my shots.
I've had one, so I'm getting there.
Which one?
Moderna.
Yeah, that had that.
You had Moderna?
Yeah, I had Moderna. My wife had Moderna. She's a nurse up at Yale. My daughter's a nurse at Greenwich. She had the Pfizer.
Yeah. I'm not sure for me. Now I'm not sleeping at night, and I'm blaming it on the shot, which is probably paranoia. But anyway.
Yeah, it was like I had COVID.
I think I did too last year.
So it was a headache with a runny nose, which I got from my son-in-law, and I told him I thought you liked me.
Crazy. All right, I'm going to read a few things into the record. Please correct me if any of it's wrong. This is appeal number 157. The property address is 158 Commerce Drive. The owner of the property is State Street Extension. The town has the property valued at $1,705,700, and you're requesting a reduction to $1,050,000. That's accurate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is ask you to state your name for the record and whether you were the owner of the I guess it's a business, or the authorized agent on behalf of the business.
My name is George Zondi, and I'm partner in the State Street Extension. And I also own Abbey Tent and Party Rentals, which is that's the building. Okay,
and then I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in, and then you can sign the paper that Catherine gave you. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Great. Okay, so now's your opportunity to tell us why you believe your property.
You want me to sign this?
Oh, yes, please. I'll take it.
So the name is wrong on this. I told her.
Okay.
They have Zoros, S-Z-O-R-O-S.
Uh-huh.
It's Zondi, S-Z-O-N, D like David, Y.
Okay. We'll get that corrected.
George Soros is the billionaire hedge fund guy.
Ah. But you are George. So you got.
I am George.
You got 50% of that.
Yep.
Okay. Over here. Okay, just if you wanted to, since this is commercial, just briefly explain what the business is and where it's located, and then you can.
Okay, it's located on Commerce Drive across from Mercedes-Benz, right near Pepe's Pizza.
Okay.
I purchased the property in 1984. It was a junkyard back then. And Abbey Tent and Party Rentals, which I own, leases the building from State Street.
And has for many years?
That we've never left.
Oh, So since 1984.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that the sole business for State Street Extension, or there's other businesses?
That's it.
That's it, okay. Okay, and now just let's see if there's any other, what you submitted for information. Looks like field card and a note. You want to just read through for the record why you believe the their price should be reduced, the value of the property should be reduced.
So I don't have on my building a Mercedes sign, a Porsche sign, an Audi sign. I'm a small family business that has been in here in Fairfield since 1984 when Commerce Drive was nothing. I'm a former chairman of the Chamber of Commerce. I give back to the town. But the main reason I'm here, and I understand the need for taxes, is the gentleman I spoke to at the valuation place, which was the first call, was clueless.
And that was, can you just tell me who did you speak with?
I don't know who I spoke with, and I was trying to find his name.
Chris Kieran?
Could have been. But it was a totally useless conversation, because all I asked them was, if you can tell me how you can increase the property value 40% in 5 years, because I certainly can't do that in my rental business, then I won't even take another step ahead. And he said, well, it is what it is. And you're on a street with car dealers. I said, that's not the answer. I said, I need an answer to say how you value property. Were you on my property? You never came into my building. I have done no renovations to the building in years. In 2019 from 2020, just on the appraisal for improvements, it went from 374 in 2019 to 262 in 2020. Yet the appraised value in 1 year went from 801,000 to 1,443,000.
For the building or for the land? Let me just take a look. It's the land value. Looks like. Right. Yep, that bumps you up.
And then on the assessment same. So it was, I was saying I didn't have the luxury of, building out with all the other businesses that are there, especially in a COVID year. So that was the thing, and I just couldn't get an answer from him.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you met with Chris Kieran, because I look on your field card, and CK are the initials that are on there for the informal hearing. So he did most of our, if not all of our commercial, valuations for this. He reviewed all the commercials in the informal hearings. So all the commercial properties in town, it was him. So
right.
Yeah. And how big of a piece of land do you have? You have 0.68 acres. Is that right? But that's what I'm seeing on the field card, valued at $1.4 million.
Right.
Okay.
And it's an older building.
Yes. It's described as a warehouse location.
It is a warehouse.
Okay.
I mean, I have a showroom, so if you came in for your daughter's wedding or parties or whatever, there's a showroom there, a small one, about 500 square feet.
Right. And it's 30,000 square feet. Let's see. Office is 857, first floor. Do you have a copy of which field card do you have? Do you just have? I'm going to print this for most of us. Yeah, you've got that one. We have. Thankfully now online they've put the full card so you can actually see the breakout. So basically, I'm seeing a display area of about 1,800 square feet, first floor, 10,400 is that your storage, and then an office at 857. So that's probably how your 13,000 square feet breaks out.
Okay.
Yeah. And they have the first floor, what they consider the 10,000 square foot space, valued at about $500,000. So your building's total value is $646. Do you think that's right for the building?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I just had the building appraised only because my mother passed away, who was part of the family business, and right at Thanksgiving.
Do you have that appraisal available?
They came in exactly, so the guy didn't do his due diligence. They came in exactly as what
the town came in.
He just thinks I can't.
Card, okay. No, printer's not working this morning. All right.
Technology is wonderful.
I know. Well, I can try it again. I thought I clicked print, but let's see.
No problem. And I can always leave you my card, you can email it to me.
Yeah, well, you can, it is online.
Okay.
I think that's the right printer. 2 sheets of paper. Try it again so you hear it. Just turn the power on. I don't know. IT's next door, so they'll figure it out for us. Plus it's set up in the print. Okay, so anyway, that field card, I can get it in the assessor's office as well. We'll give you a little bit of a breakdown. So you said you did have an appraisal for an estate. When was that done? For the estate?
January, February
of this year. Okay.
Right.
And came in with the same value. Yep.
So the guy just copied and pasted. I gave him an old appraisal where he could just basically copy the info, all the other stuff, because no land thing has really changed.
Right. So I think the issue is that I'm guessing the property on that street has become very valuable, the land.
No doubt.
And so that's why you're up so high.
And also that it was, I was frustrated in the fact that when I asked them, why 40%, what was he comparing to, and he couldn't give me an answer.
Okay.
That was the only thing that was really frustrating me. I understand the town, being part of the town. My kids went to school here, I went to prep, the whole shooting match. But I was just like, you gotta give me an answer. Then, not to throw myself under the bus, but then I asked him, I said, so on my house you came in $30,000 less. He said, well, I guess. He goes, I don't do that. I said, well, did anyone go buy it? Because no one came by. He goes, well, what do you mean? I said, well, new roof, new siding, new Trex deck, new stone wall across the front, landscaping. And you come, which is fine because I'm not planning on moving, because I told my wife you're going to carry me out of this house. But it's a matter of, he goes, well, yeah, we just kind of drive by and kind of look around and kind of, take a look at the houses.
They do, is it next time, every 10 years, they do an in-home inspection. But
Right.
This year, the budget, they just did a mathematical adjustment based on the market sale. So
Right.
It's a math appraisal, but they didn't even do cards to ask you, have you put in a new kitchen? They didn't even do those
Right.
ones this year. They saved some money in budget, but
Yep.
we didn't capture a lot of value. So
Absolutely.
some people are off they're too low by hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you at 30, you're probably within the purge.
Right.
But not some people.
Which is fine, but he said, well, I don't know. We just kind of drive by. I said,
yeah, they drive by this year because that's not, they
and especially with COVID and
yeah.
I don't even know when they started the process to do this.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's not, I just needed answers.
Okay.
Of why it went up. I am not a yeller or a screamer. I love the town.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of having a 40% increase in a COVID year. It was a different ballgame.
Yeah.
Every penny matters.
Yeah, I see that, especially with your bit, and you've got 0.68 acres, valued at $1.4 million. Part of it, you have to look at your neighbor's properties and see, does Donardo, somebody else has a few properties, or Peter Penzer maybe?
The guy,
Peter Penzer?
well, Peter has it down the road.
Okay.
Mercedes is across the street.
Right.
The guy who did, what's the Chinese restaurant or whatever?
On the corner?
On the corner.
Yeah, I know.
Sky.
Sweet Basil.
Sweet Basil. So Sky bought the building next to me. But he made a mistake because he wanted to move his restaurant because he doesn't own the building he's in.
I see. You want to move?
Move. However, the town told him if you move, you have to put it on pillars. He didn't anticipate that.
Because it's a flood zone?
It's his property floods.
I see. Not yours.
Not mine.
I know the river is there. Okay. All right. Anything unusual about your piece of real estate that would, be not a good place for someone else to want to be? It looks flat to me.
No, it's perfect.
Perfect. So that's part when you say that.
It is it doesn't flood. It drains in two directions because the town back when couldn't make up their mind between the state and the town because they bordered the turnpike,
Okay.
which way the things, and finally I was so frustrated, I said, okay guys, let's be like Solomon here. Why don't we take half the property, half of it will drain to the Commerce Drive, the other half will drain back. I said, this is...
Mm-hmm. And that's what they did?
That's exactly what they did. Common sense wins normally.
Right. All right, I'm going to check the printer one more time. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, that was it.
Okay. So I'll just read you a closing statement. We'll make sure the assessor gets you a copy of your card, and we'll get you a phone call as to how they value the land in that area. I think that will at least allow you to, get your questions answered as to how they did it in that area. So I'll be presenting your petition to a majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. We hope to make all our decisions by the end of April. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you can't appear again until the next reval in 5 years. And if you don't agree with our decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to do so will be in your decision letter.
No, I trust you guys.
I know, Commerce Drive, we always knew it was coming back, right? Because it took a long time, so, yes, let me just check the printer one more time. Going on.
Janice Tomasi is here. I don't know if you're ready for it.
Yeah, by the time you get down there, I think I can put his stuff away and I'll be good.
Okay, perfect.
Good morning, come on in, have a seat.
Thank you.
I'm Kathleen Griffin, I'm one of 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals, and I am here this morning to hear your appeal.
Okay.
And I just want to let you know you're being recorded here on this phone.
Okay.
Okay, and now before we start, I'm just going to read a few things into the record.
Okay.
It is 9:24 a.m. And just correct me if any of this is wrong. So, okay. Your appeal number is 158. Your property address is 124 Thorpe Street.
Correct.
The owner of the property is Janice Tomasi.
Correct.
Pronounced that right? Okay. The town has the property valued at $414,700. And I don't believe you provided a requested reduction, the amount that you want to be reduced to. I don't have anything in my papers for that. Did you have a value you want the town to?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. So a couple things before we begin.
Oh, sure. And I also just want you to state your name for the record and whether you're the owner of the property or the authorized agent on behalf of the property.
Okay, so my name is Stephanie Wade. My mother is the owner, and I do have a legal authorization today by signed affidavit, as my mother is in the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, and Wade is W-A-D-E?
Correct.
Okay, Stephanie Wade, and you're the authorized agent.
Correct.
On behalf of the mother, and your mother is Janice. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to ask you to raise your right hand, and I will swear you in.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, great. So let me take your affidavit,
Okay.
and if you want to sign there for me,
Okay.
I can get you a pen if you need one.
All right, keep in there. Yeah, it is. It has to have a
Okay. If that works. I know they gave us these nice tablecloths on the other enough, so easy to write on.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll sign it and read it for you, so
Okay.
that's great.
Okay.
Okay, and now's your opportunity to say that, but in order, just so you know, in order for the appeal to be valid, you do have to state a value that you want to be reduced to. The state statute requires that the property owner state a value. So
The value would be, so what do you have a tax assessment?
I have it at $414,700 on my sheet. Let me double check on the,
That's the tax assessment?
that's the appraised value. Let me look at the field card, hold on. Because some people, with the commercials, it gets a little confusing. People say, that's the wrong agenda. Sorry. Let me see. All right. Thorpe Street, right?
Yeah.
And the town has the property appraised at $414,700, assessed at $290,290.
You're talking about the assessment appraisal you want me to give you, or the actual, what it would sell for on the market?
I want you to tell me market value, right? The town thinks market value is $414,700, so I just need to know what she thinks the market value is.
Okay, so we believe the market value is $350.
Is $350.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get that on the thing here.
Okay.
Now you're in compliance, so that's good.
Okay.
Get that put away.
Kathleen, I just left the computer in there. Everything is working except for the browser Chrome WebEx. everything else works.
So how should I get on the WebEx?
The launching the WebEx, you have to make an effort to launch WebEx in the browser. So if you just put launch meeting in WebEx, it'll work.
And it'll go to WebEx
Yeah, because it comes up with a box, and both of them have a box.
I know, that's what was happening.
With the app, and you have both the Zoom app and the WebEx already installed, so now it's just going to that.
And do I have to type in the meeting ID?
Yeah, I mean, or click a link. When you click a link, the meeting ID is in there.
It is in
but
there.
If you're hosting.
I'm not hosting, I'm just
Right,
trying to.
so then you're just clicking on a link from the email.
But I go to the browser or I go to the app? I'm sorry.
You're gonna go to the browser.
Go to the browser.
Will work in 3 out of the 4 instances, but the one you want it to work in, it won't work. And also, the audio is much better through the apps, both the Zoom and the WebEx app.
So confused.
All you
Go
need
to
to
the
know
browser,
You click the big button, launch meeting.
in the browser, No. On my desktop.
You won't be able to tell the difference between the browser and this is.
Do I go to Chrome, or where do I go when I?
Well, everything works in Edge. Chrome has a problem when you use launch the meeting in a browser, and that's a small link at the bottom. Says launch meeting in a browser as opposed to just launch meeting as a big button, and that's when the audio breaks down. And it probably has to do with HP putting the wrong audio drivers on there.
Probably. So when I open up my laptop, I click on something on my desktop?
Well, you're going to have the reason you're going to the meeting. It's usually an email, right?
Yeah, I could do it from email.
Right. You get a link to
Yeah.
the meeting, or
Yeah.
someone provides you with the number. It's hard to do it without it.
Usually it's the whatever Dave Kelly gives everybody, WebEx
Right.
or something or
So
other.
you can click on that,
Yeah.
and then it comes up, and there's a big button that says launch the meeting, and
Uh-huh.
then there's a little URL link that says launch the meeting in the web browser. Don't use that. Use the big button.
And then that'll get me in.
And get you good audio.
Get it up.
The audio is superior to WebEx and Zoom.
Okay, and I'm not going to get 2 microphones. That was the problem.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I click on the microphone button, it says you're in here twice. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm doing our deliberations from home, and so it's
confusing,
you know,
right?
well, yeah, you want to look at people's property cards.
Yeah.
You also need to see your groups. So I've got 2 computers going, and then one of them is messing up my microphone. Everyone's like, you're it's causing feedback. I'm like, I know, but I want to talk to you guys. Anyway, okay, so,
Can I change that dollar amount?
yep. Now let me just find the piece of paper that I just wrote it on. Really put that. Okay,
I think she said 320.
320.
Yeah.
Okay. 320.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just write it right now. That you are, okay. I'm going to see if you included anything else in here. Something about zoning. Did you include a North Street petition, Cinto, looks like property abuts my house. Okay. Aquarium in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, and I got some comps and I took some pictures of what we look at the house, what the view is.
And this is a 2-family.
Correct.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was commercial. Okay. I know, because you're a reschedule. That's why I thought I had all this. Okay. So, and also I did somebody come over?
Yeah, and my brother and I came, but we didn't know we had to have, we told them my mother was in the hospital,
Okay.
and they didn't say you had to have the signed affidavit.
Okay.
So, what's that?
No, I just have a record that you guys already had hearings, so I'm a little confused about
No,
that.
we didn't, we came in here, but they couldn't proceed because we didn't have the signed affidavit for my mother.
Got it. So you went home. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's
We
why it's the
scheduled
same
for
here.
today.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
exactly.
Okay. So usually I don't see another one of these.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
why.
She took a fall and ended up in the hospital.
Oh. Okay. Son came, that's why these notes are here. Got it. Somebody, you spoke to somebody. Yeah, Jesus. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's a 2-family property.
It's a two-family property. The square footage is extremely small. You're looking at 748 square feet per each apartment with 2 bed, 1 bath.
Okay.
And it's on a tough road. I don't know if you're familiar with Thorpe Street.
Yes, it's behind the shoe restaurant. Is that Thorpe that goes straight back?
No, it's the dead-end road where Fairfield Lumber was at the end.
Right, the shoe restaurant, it's the, is
Oh,
on the corner.
you mean the Asian restaurant?
The Asian restaurant,
yeah.
yeah, and the bank on the other
It
corner.
used to be Al's Place.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep. I just went to Fairfield View, I remember Al's Place. Okay, and so where you're on the left or the right down?
We're all the way to the end on the right.
Okay.
And we abut this house, which is a mess.
And what's the property address on that one?
I think, I'm not sure. They're in the where the land is contaminated, where they ripped everything down, where they're going to be building the high-end condos or something.
Right.
I don't know what's going in there now.
Is that a picture of Fairfield Lumber then?
Yep.
Okay.
This is about you. Yep.
About the Fairfield Lumber property?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know if you want to see the view out the house.
Yeah, you can submit any of the pictures to the,
Okay.
you can also call it up on the GIS later on.
Okay.
But if you want to submit any of those into the record?
I do.
I'll have
I just
those.
want to show you what the view is from the house.
Okay.
And we did some comps for other neighborhoods where the taxes are a lot less lower and the properties are bigger and better neighborhoods.
Okay, are any of them sales? Because we usually try to get to market value, so if any of them have sold,
They
that's helpful
sold.
for me.
They sold.
Okay,
Yeah.
concept sold, okay,
Yep.
sure.
And what they were assessed at.
Okay, what were the sale prices and the property, the addresses of those?
Okay, so number 1 is 20 Pierce Street, Pierce. It's sold on May 21, 2020.
Okay.
Let's see if it says what it's sold for. It says the property taxes are $56.69, and it was assessed at $211,610.
Yeah, we really look at the sale price because that property, if I can explain
Sold.
this right,
Here it is.
could be
Sold.
too low.
$370.
It's sold for $370.
$370,000.
Okay, and you think that's the same, similar to your property?
It's actually bigger. Each apartment has 2 baths. One has 3 bedrooms, one has 2, and each apartment is 2,816 square feet.
Each apartment.
Yep, on that one.
Okay, and where is Pierce Street, do you know? It's just not, I can look it up, I just was curious to see if you knew how close it was.
I don't think it's far from the Post Road.
Okay, so it's in that neighborhood?
Not on that road, but
Right, but nearby. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard just about every street in town, but I've not heard that one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll map it.
Okay. And I have another one for you.
Okay, yep.
Then, just recently sold, March 18th, 2021, for $385. 142 Brentwood Avenue.
I'm sorry, what number, Brentwood?
142 Brentwood, Brentwood Avenue.
Okay. That's over near the Pepe's Pizza. Okay.
Okay. Each apartment is 1,328 square feet with 1 bed, 2 baths and 4 beds, so 1 bath and 2 bedrooms in each apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And the property was assessed at $182,210. Property taxes are $4,881.
Yeah, that's sold for $385.
$385.
Okay. And it's nicer than
Yeah,
yours.
bigger too. And I have one more.
Now, Pierce is actually over there, looks like it's just before you get to Bridgeport on the right-hand side.
Okay.
It's kind of back to where the car dealership used to be and the Board of Education. I don't know if you know. John's Bakery, keep going, and it's just before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's way over that part of town.
Okay. And then 49 Longfellow Ave.
Okay. That one's over there, too. Okay.
And that's sold for $411 on May 2020.
May 2022.
And each apartment is 1,566 square feet, and each apartment has 3 bedrooms and 1 bath. Property tax is $6,068, and it was assessed at $226,520. And these are all multifamily houses, of course.
Right. Okay, and do you have any in that area that you're in? So these are all higher price than you, so, just wondering if you have any over, in the downtown area or South Pine Creek or any of the other streets in there, and the other 2 families that you looked at in in that neighborhood?
I found that were like comparable.
Okay. They looked similar from the street and all that, and
Yeah,
a lot bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you get for, do you rent them or you live in them, or?
She rents them.
She rents them.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what she gets, because sometimes we look at the income approach as well.
I think she gets $1,100 upstairs and $1,000 downstairs.
Okay. And is it pretty much rented?
Yeah, at the moment it's rented.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about $2,100 a month.
Right.
Okay. And the condition of the property, of the interior, I don't know if you provided any photographs.
It's never been updated. It's all the original. I actually used to own a house. It's all the original. Nothing's ever been renovated in it.
Okay.
Original kitchens.
Yeah. And it was built, okay.
Yeah.
All right, if you have those comments, you want to add those to the record? Okay, great.
You want ours?
Sure. Oh, yeah, this is your listing? Okay,
Yeah,
that's helpful.
yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay, so I'll just read you a closing statement.
Okay.
That, I'll be presenting your petition to a majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified of the board's decision within 7 days. All decisions should be made by the end of April. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reval in 5 years. And if you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to do so will be in your decision letter.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Great. Well, thanks for coming in. I hope your mom gets better.
Thank you.
Still in the hospital. She's been for a bit, right?
Yeah.
In the hospital before.
She broke a femur and a shoulder and that. But she didn't hit her head, so.
Well, that's good. No concussions.
Yeah, no.
That's so hard to recover from. So.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to read these appeals. This is Kathleen Griffin into the record. The appellants did not appear this morning. The first one is appeal number 192. Property address was 260 Elliott Street. Owner of the property, Virginia McClinch. The town's value is $1,544,400. They're requesting a reduction to $1 million. And the attorney for the property, I believe the last name is now Cohane. Previously, Kaiser was the appellant, did not show for the hearing. That's scheduled at 10 a.m. And then the second appeal for the same appellant is appeal number 195. Property address 1320 Kings Highway Cutoff. Owner of the property 1320 Kings Highway LLC. I believe the original appellant was attorney Kaiser, was switched to Cohane, and again, they did not show for their appeal on, this was a reschedule from March 22nd, 10 a.m. on March 29th. And the third one is appeal number 301, property address 1795 Post Road. Owner of the property, Sally and Hui, LLC. Appellant is Sally Zhu. The town value on the property is $1,211,600. The requested value is $900,000. And the BAA clerk let me know that the attorney was sick and would not be able to appear this morning for this hearing. That concludes the hearings, morning hearings in room 2 on Monday, March 29th. Thank you.